WikiLeaks previously published an archive of Hillary Clinton's emails, and its founder, Julian Assange, claims that the next batch of leaked emails they plan to release will be so damning to Hillary Clinton that the FBI will be able to recommend an indictment based on that alone. Now, contrary to how damning the emails will be, Julian Assange states that he does not believe that the Justice Department will actually pursue charges against Hillary Clinton, even if it's the case that the FBI does recommend an indictment. So, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange says his organization's upcoming leak of more Hillary Clinton emails should be enough to indict her, but doubts the FBI will do so. Now, just to pause here, the FBI can't actually indict anyone. They could only recommend an indictment, and it's up to the Justice Department to pursue the indictment. But anyways, he continues, "We have upcoming leaks in relation to Hillary Clinton," he said. "We've accumulated a lot of material about Hillary Clinton. We could proceed to an indictment," Assange said. However, that in his opinion, the FBI would choose not to indict her in hopes of gaining favor with the Clinton administration. The FBI could push for concessions from the new Clinton government, he said, but there's very strong material both in the emails and in relation to the Clinton Foundation. Now, Assange himself states Attorney General Loretta Lynch is not going to indict Hillary Clinton. It's not possible that could happen. See, in a democracy, our elected officials are actually supposed to be accountable to us, and part of that is having transparency. And Hillary Clinton has proven that she is one of the least transparent politicians ever. Now, we have to rely on these outside organizations like WikiLeaks to actually give us transparency, what we deserve in the first place, because we live in a goddamn democracy. It's so infuriating to me that people still vote for Hillary in spite of the fact that she lacks accountability on so many levels, in spite of the fact that she tries to shirk transparency in order to get away with corruption. It's not right. So anyways, to give you guys some details about WikiLeaks, so they've leaked 30,322 emails from Clinton's private email server already. That was in the first archive. And what's great is that he actually exposed Obama as a hypocrite. Now, the way that he did this is, in the last batch of emails, it revealed that Clinton actually instructed a staffer to send classified information through a non-secure channel, yet Obama still decided to endorse Hillary Clinton in spite of the fact that he's actually prosecuted lower-level government officials for mishandling classified information. Now, if you talk to anyone who had actual access to classified information, they would say that if they did this, well, they would not get away with it. They would be in jail if they did what Hillary Clinton did. It just proves that the public officials who are rich and powerful, they really can get away with literally anything, and it's so infuriating. So I do think that it's highly unlikely that the Justice Department would actually pursue an indictment, but whether or not the FBI recommends an indictment is a different story. I think that the chances of that happening are actually pretty high, and even that alone could actually impact the race. So if they recommend an indictment of Hillary Clinton, this is just bad in general. Public opinion will automatically shift against Hillary Clinton, including some of her supporters perhaps, but who knows, because they are sheep and they follow her no matter what she does, and in spite of the fact that she's done so much corrupt things so far, but nonetheless, it could be detrimental to her campaign if she is indicted, or if the FBI recommends an indictment before the election, or before the convention, that is. So in terms of odds, I don't know what the odds are that they will actually recommend an indictment, but I would not be surprised if they did, given the evidence that I've reviewed, and I've spent hours going over the evidence and going over the types of lawsuits that they could potentially pursue against Hillary Clinton. It's just crazy how so many people voted for Hillary Clinton in spite of this fact, and it really, it's an indictment on the media. It just shows that, if you're in bed with the media outlets and your parent companies want Hillary Clinton to get in and they donate to her, well, then you can get away scot-free with doing corrupt things. Now, what is he going to reveal? Last week, I covered a story about how the Clinton Foundation, it's overwhelmingly corrupt. It's basically a shill charity organization. It's an organization that uses the guise of charity, but it's actually a corruption machine for the Clintons. And while she was Secretary of State, she gave special deals to foreign countries who donated to the Clinton Foundation. So if anything were to pop up that was really damaging, it would be this, because that would be undeniable proof that she's done these quid pro quo exchanges, which are illegal. So even though we allow our public officials to get away with bribes, well, we at least prohibit them from participating in these types of direct exchanges where you say, if you donate X amount of money, I will give you this weapons deal. That's not allowed. But if this reveals that, then yeah, the FBI can very well recommend an indictment. Now, I don't think he even has to release this information. I think there's enough evidence already to indict her based on Clinton Foundation corruption. But again, we have to wait and see. I don't know what he's waiting for, but if he's going to release it, he should probably do it before the convention. I don't necessarily know that he cares if Bernie Sanders gets in because he's not an American. He's not going to be voting. But again, Assange, release it now. What are you waiting for? We want to see what's in the emails. We deserve to know. And also thank you for perpetuating democracy and holding our elected officials accountable. But in spite of that fact, I do have to say officially that the Humanist Report does not condone hacking. I'm not going to be held liable for anything. But in the end, I think that this is great what he's doing.